The future of the United States, often described as the world's most powerful and influential nation, remains one of the most debated topics among scholars, economists, political analysts, and policymakers across the globe. America's trajectory carries tremendous importance not only for its 330+ million citizens but also for the world economy, global governance structures, technological innovation, environmental sustainability, and geopolitical stability. As a nation built upon ideals of liberty, democracy, the United States stands at a historical crossroads where its decisions will determine both its internal stability and external influence for decades to come. Predicting America's future requires examining multiple interconnected dimensions: politics, economy, technology, demographics, culture, social cohesion, environment, global power alignment, and national security. In this essay, we explore these dimensions in depth, analyzing where the country is heading and what opportunities and challenges await it in the 21st century. Politics, economy, technology, demographics, culture, social cohesion, environment, global power alignment, and national security. In this essay, we explore these dimensions in depth, analyzing where the country is heading and what opportunities and challenges await it in the 21st century. While no forecast is perfect, observing patterns, data, historical trends, and global shifts offers a realistic understanding of the paths America may follow. One of the defining features of modern American politics is extreme polarization. Republicans and Democrats increasingly differ not only on policy issues but also on their understanding of reality, national identity, and governance. This polarization creates a future where political compromise becomes rare, legislative gridlock intensifies, and public trust in democratic institutions weakens. Surveys show declining trust in Congress, the media, and federal institutions. If these trends continue, the future may see more contested elections, rise of non-traditional candidates, stronger populist movements, increased political activism, and street-level tensions. However, America has historically demonstrated resilience. The nation has survived civil war, global conflict, economic collapse, and cultural upheaval. The future may similarly bring new political reforms focused on electoral modernization, campaign finance transparency, and enhanced civic education. Many scholars predict that America's rigid two-party system may undergo significant transformation. New generations, especially younger voters, are less loyal to traditional party ideologies and more issue-based. Over the next few decades, the U.S. might experience expansion of viable third parties, internal fragmentation of Republican or Democratic coalitions, shifts toward more centrist or more extreme platforms. America remains the world leader in innovation, home to Silicon Valley, elite research universities, and top-tier technological giants. The future economy will heavily revolve around artificial intelligence, biotechnology, quantum computing, clean energy, robotics, and automation, space exploration. These sectors will be central not only to economic growth but also to America's global influence. Companies such as Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, Google, SpaceX, OpenAI, and emerging startups will shape the technological. Automation will transform the American workforce in profound ways. As AI replaces repetitive labor, millions of jobs may disappear or evolve. Future challenges include job displacement for low-skilled workers, growing divide between tech-savvy and traditional industries, need for retraining and lifelong education. The U.S. may strengthen its economy by embracing technological disruption while creating pathways for workers to adapt. This might involve universal basic income (UBI), expanded STEM education, and federal and China's rapid growth poses the most significant economic challenge to American dominance. India, the EU, and emerging markets are also gaining strength. The future economic environment will depend on how effectively the U.S. strengthens domestic manufacturing, secures semiconductor supply chains, leads in clean energy, promotes fair international trade, maintains financial leadership of the U.S. dollar. If managed strategically, America can retain its position as the world's largest and most dynamic economy. America's position in the 21st century. As American companies lead global AI development, the nation is poised to benefit from faster economic productivity, new scientific discoveries, improvements in healthcare diagnostics, stronger national security capabilities. The future challenge lies in regulating AI responsibly while encouraging innovation. Ethical AI frameworks, public education, and regulatory oversight will be key. Space represents a new frontier where the U.S. is aggressively competing. NASA and private companies like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and others are pushing boundaries. America's future in space may include human settlement on Mars, lunar mining and resource extraction, militarization and space defense systems, space tourism, advanced satellites and space-based internet. The United States is uniquely positioned to dominate space exploration if political and economic support remains consistent. America's population will continue to diversify. By the 2040s, no single ethnic group will be a majority. This demographic shift will reshape culture and identity, workforce and education, political trends, consumer markets. Diversity can be a strength, fueling creativity, innovation, and cultural richness, but only if managed with policies that promote inclusion and equal opportunity. America is a nation built on the idea rather than ethnicity. The future of American culture depends on whether the country can maintain a shared national identity amid increasing diversity and ideological divisions. Education, media literacy, and community engagement will play major roles. 5. Environmental and climate future. 5.1 Climate change and natural disasters. The U.S. faces increasing challenges. Wildfires, hurricanes, floods, rising sea levels. America's future depends on investing in resilience, building climate-proof infrastructure and adopting renewable energy at scale. 5.2 Clean energy leadership. The race towards sustainability will shape global leadership. America has the potential to lead the world in solar and wind technologies, electric vehicles, battery innovation, carbon-neutral cities. Companies like Tesla and government initiatives such as the Inflation Reduction Act may accelerate America's transition to a green economy. The U.S. has long served as a global leader in diplomacy, defense, and economic systems. Future global influence depends on how the nation responds to China's rise, Russia's geopolitical ambitions, shifting alliances in Europe and Asia, Middle Eastern conflicts, global economic competition. America's future foreign policy may become more strategic, focusing on alliances like NATO, Quad, and Indo-Pacific partnerships. The U.S. military remains the most powerful in the world. Future military strength will depend on advances in cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, hypersonic weapons, drone warfare, space defense systems. Maintaining technological superiority will be critical to national security. 7. Health, education, and human development. 7.1 Healthcare future. America's healthcare system is both highly advanced and deeply unequal. The future may involve AI-driven diagnostics, personalized medicine, universal healthcare debates, pandemic preparedness. The COVID-19 crisis reshaped public attitudes toward public health. Future reforms may aim to make healthcare more accessible and resilient. 7.2 Future of education. The U.S. education system must adapt to a rapidly changing world. Future trends include digital classrooms, hybrid learning, AI-assisted education, cybersecurity, literacy, universal access to high-speed internet. And innovators. Despite its challenges, the United States remains uniquely positioned to thrive in the 21st century because of its creativity, diversity, freedom-driven culture, and unparalleled capacity for reinvention. If the nation embraces its strengths, addresses its weaknesses, and adapts intelligently to global change, America's future will continue to be one of opportunity, leadership, and advancement. In the decades to come, the United States will likely remain a global powerhouse, shaping technology, economic, political division, climate change, economic inequality, and global competition, but it also possesses unparalleled strengths, creativity, technological leadership, cultural influence, and a society capable of reinvention. The coming decades will test America's ability to adapt. If the United States embraces innovation, invests in its people, strengthens democratic norms, and builds sustainable systems, it can remain a global leader well into the future. The country's destiny is not fixed, it is a continuous